Hello everyone, this is Felix and you are watching FBB BIM Content and Engineering. Today, in this video, I'm going to discuss one particular tool in Revit, which is the wall tool. This includes the basic wall, curtain wall, and the stack wall. And in this simple exercise, you will be able to know the types of wall available in this software. So before we begin, I would like to ask you to subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon because I will be uploading new videos from time to time. So if you go to Architectural tab above, this is the wall tool. Now if you try to click this one, you will end up to a selection bar that shows all the wall type available in this template. So if you scroll down, you'll see that there are some categories here: the basic, the curtain wall, and the stack wall. But right now we're going to just concentrate on the basic wall and how we're going to set this up. So first I'm going to take this one and let's zoom a little bit and place it here, and we'll try another one. We'll try a generic wall. So as you can see, these two walls are totally different. Now if you try to investigate each one using this edit type, you will see that there are some informations here under the parameters, but right now we're just particular on the structure and the layering of this wall. So as you can see, there are some structure available which is already set up as a masonry wall units, and the membrane, this is the waterproofing membranes. This is the cavity fill, which is basically the insulation, and this is a finish material which is set up to be a brick wall, which is around 102 millimeter thickness. Of course, on the other side you have a finish of gypsum board wall, which is set up to be 12 millimeter, while on the other wall, if you try to select this one, okay, under structure, edit, so this is what you have. So the aim here is actually for us to make additional layers for this particular wall. So how are we going to do that? So you'll see that there is a insert button here. If you try to select this one, it will give you additional layer to this, but as you can see, this one is still under the core boundary, which is basically, it means that under the core boundary it will serve as the structural frame of a wall. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to put it up, and this will be considered, say, membranes or finishes or whatever. Take note that there is, if you can see, this on top, this side is considered as the exterior and this side is considered as the interior. So let's try to make this one as the membrane layer and change it into a material type. So if you try to select that one, you will add up with this dialog for materials. So let's try to find a waterproofing. I think this is the one, damp proofing. It's just a membrane or just a paint or something like that for waterproofing. And we'll try to add another one. I'll try to make an insulation. So instead of the structure, we'll try to make use of a thermal layer. And this one will be, let's say, let's try insulation. Let's type insulation here if there is available. Yeah, there is rigid insulation. Okay, so, and we'll try another finish, which is now the final finish. which is to be set up as a, let's say, brick wall. Let's try brick wall. Okay. Yeah, and of course we forgot to put all the thickness for the brick wall. I will say it's a 50mm brick wall, and this one, let's say around 35. Membrane layer is basically 0 because it's just a very thin layer, and we forgot to put the structure. We'll try to make this one as a masonry, like in the photos above. Okay, masonry. Okay, there we go. And lastly, we'll try to add another material, which is the finish, and we'll consider this one as a gypsum board wall. Gypsum board. Gypsum. There we go. And we make it a 12mm thick. So try to click OK, and you will see that it looks the same now. Okay, but it has a different materials. Okay, so that's it for the basic wall. So let's move on to the curtain wall. Again, on the structural tab, go to the wall tool, and you will find that there are 3 walls available for curtain walls. We have the curtain wall, the exterior glazing, and the storefront. So let's try to put them on the layout. So we'll try to put it here. First, the curtain wall, the normal one. Second one will be the glaze, exterior glazing, and the other one will be the storefront. Okay, so now if you look on the 3D, this is what you see. Okay, but I prefer to check this one through a elevation or a section view, using this tool, and try to do this one, and click this, and you will see based on an elevation plan or section plan. Okay, so I'm going to change this one into a realistic view so that you can see the difference of the lines. Now, if you select on this storefront, what you will see on the edit types is you will see that there are some parameters already filled here. It's like the vertical grid and the vertical layout, and of course the mullions are already loaded here. For this particular type, you check the properties. The difference between the previous one is right now you have this fixed distance, it's their spacing, but only the grid. The mullion, it's not available on this one, but for this particular wall, all you see there's no information at all. So the aim for this curtain wall right now is to make the same as the storefront. Okay, but before we start, I think it's better to duplicate this one, just to as much as possible duplicate it, and try to put some information on the vertical grids, horizontal grids, and the mullions. Okay, so let's start with the vertical grid. Let's say you have here a lot of choices, which is the fixed distance, fixed number, and the maximum and the minimum spacing. Let's try first the fixed distance. Right now it's set up to be 1500. Let's try 1000, or let's say 1300, and then try to click this one. You will be having this spacing. Take note that on the other side, this is fixed because of the setup that we did is a fixed one, but on the other side, on the right side of the wall, it's not the same on the first one because it's a fix on the other side. So but if you try to select the other one, which is the fixed number, and try apply, you'll see that they are equally distributed. And for this particular spacing, well, maximum spacing, for example, you will be having this, let's say for example 1000. There you go. So it's up to you on how you're going to set this up. So basically it's the same thing we're going to do on the horizontal grid. We'll try the maximum spacing. Let's say, since this is a vertical grid, let's try to do it as 2000. Okay, so that's it for the horizontal and the vertical grid. Now let's start adding the mullions from this one. We'll try to put all rectangular for the meantime. So this one, the border type one, let's try to fill it up. What will happen if in case I'll try to fill this up? So that's the interior. Now for the border one type, let's try to see what's going to happen. Rectangular mullion. So basically it's on the other side. So this one also, this one, and there you go. For the interior, it's basically the same. Let's try a different shape which is available on the Revit. By the way, you can actually modify the profile, but that will be in a different discussion. So let's try circular mullion, and this one is also to be a circular. It doesn't make sense, but this is, in sense, this is just a practice. We'll just do it like that. Okay, where is that circular? So, and this one is going to be circular mullion. So click apply. Okay, so if you try to see it in 3D. Okay, so one more thing, if I go to level 1 and I want to add additional wall here just for a different discussion, so if I go to the wall and try to use this curtain wall, okay, and we go to the section view, so for example this one, section view, okay, and try to adjust a little bit, you will see on the architectural tab that there is a tool here, curtain grid and a mullion. So we're going to try to use that one. So if I try to click the mullion grids, this is what you're going to see. Like you can adjust you can customize the distances of the grids. Same thing with the horizontal. Okay, and you can also do it on the one segment, like just like this one, and try to do it like this. Okay, and what else? This one. Okay, so again, in the architectural tab there is a mullion where you can easily place the mullion what you want. Right now it's a rectangular mullion, so let's try to do it like that. And if you see it on 3D, here you go, this is what you see. Okay, so I think I forgot to put one mullion on the bottom, so it's like that. So actually there's a lot of way how to make a curtain wall. You can use the curtain grids mullion, or just basically select this a particular type of wall and change the spacing or even the mullion properties in this using the edit tab. So again, let's go back to the curtain wall and let's move on to the stock wall. So again, From the architectural tab, wall tool, go to the type selection, and you'll see that there is just one type of stock wall available in this template right now. So if I try to do this and check the properties of this particular wall, you will see that there's no other information beside this structure. Not like in the basic wall that there is a information like the identity data and other things. But if you go inside this structure, you will see that there are two types of wall, which is basically on top of each other. So the best thing to do that is click this preview, and because you will be seeing the section of this particular wall. Now, what is stock wall means? It is a combination of two basic walls, or two or three basic walls. So right now in this wall type, the bottom part, which is the number 2 items, is basically a retaining wall, and the other one is actually a interior block wall. So actually this one is very easy. Like if you have an existing basic wall, you can combine them together. So if in case I want to add more another type of wall here, let's say for example 100, so that's it with a specific variable. So basically this variable, it's basically fixed. So I want to move this up because this will be a constraint to whatever level you have. So instead of that one, we'll change it to 100, and this one will be the 400. So, and then click OK, and try to see it on 3D. Okay, so try to take it from this side. Okay, and try to isolate it. Okay, so this is what you have. So basically for the stock wall, it's just a combination of a two or more basic walls available on your system. So that's it for this stock wall. So